Good morning, students. In this part, we will discuss microsporogenesis and microgametogenesis. In the previous video, we have discussed the floral parts and internal structure of anther. This is the same diagram which we made in the previous part. This is the internal structure of a mature anther. These are the four microsporangia. Microsporangia surrounded by the four layers of cells. The outermost is the epidermis. Inner to the epidermis is the endothecium. Inner to the endothecium is the middle layer. Middle layer is 1 to 3 layer thick. Innermost layer of cells is the tapetum. Tapetum is the nutritive layer. It is the nutritive layer. Innermost layer. It secretes Calais enzyme, which have role in the separation of pollen tetrads. It has Ubi's body involved in the external thickening of the exine because of presence of sporopollenin, the most resistant organic compound known. It also releases pollen kit, which is a lipid layer outside the pollen grains in many insect pollinated species. If you want to know how this structure forms, we have to draw the internal structure of immature anther, that is growing anther. I am drawing here. Anther initiates its development in the form of homogeneous mass of meristematic cells. This is the diagram of growing anther. This is on the outer layer of cells. Mass of meristematic cells is here. This is the ears of immature anther. Later on, it becomes four-lobed. It becomes four-lobed structure. It becomes four-lobed. This one is the outer layer. Now, it's the outer layer. This cell is called archisporial cell. Four longitudinal rows of archisporial cell is present, one in each lobe. This archisporial cell is responsible for the formation of microsporangia and the surrounding wall. This archisporial cell first divide, and the upper cell is called primary parietal cell, and the lower cell is called primary sporogenous cell. ये जो आर्किस्पोरियल सेल है, ये decided to enter into the next generation, that is in gametophytic phase. These all are in sporophytic phase. This cell selected for the gametophytic phase. Now in these cells, first mitotic division takes place, or it divided into two cells. Upper cell is the primary parietal cell, lower cell is the primary sporogenous cells. This primary sporogenous cells, after division, they form the secondary sporogenous cells, and later on these secondary sporogenous cells will converted into the microspore mother cell, which undergo meiosis. The primary parietal cell, this primary parietal cell, after division, they forms number of layers. This is the archisporial cell. This one is the archisporial cell. This archisporial cell divide into primary parietal cell and primary sporogenous cells. Primary sporogenous cell and primary parietal cells. The primary parietal cell divides. The primary parietal again divide to form the secondary parietal layer, and this secondary parietal layer again divide. It is again divide into endothecium and middle layer. This secondary parietal layer divides middle layer and tapetum. This is how the anther wall forms. This is microsporangium. It is filled with sporogenous cells. I am drawing this sporogenous cell here. It is diploid. This sporogenous cell undergoes meiosis. This cell is capable of forming the microspores. These cells undergo meiosis. We start calling this cell microspore mother cell. Microspore mother cell. Now this cell undergo meiosis. It forms 4 microspores. 4 microspores. These microspores are arranged in the form of tetrahedral tetrad. 1, 2, 3. One cell is on the back side. This is called pollen tetrad, microspore tetrad. Later on, the 4 microspores separated due to dissolution of the common wall. This is the tetrahedral tetrad. The other possible form, other possible arrangement, it may linearly arranged in some plants. It may be arranged like this. It may be arranged in the form of T-shaped. There is variation in the arrangement in different plants. But in most angiospermic dicots, the microspores are in the form of tetrad, in the form of tetrahedral tetrad. Later on they get separated, and each microspore converted into the pollen grain. The pollen grain of many species causes the severe allergies. Parthenium, also called carrot grass. This came into India contaminated with imported wheat. Now I am drawing the structure of pollen grain. Each microspore gets surrounded by 2 layers, that is intine and exine. The microspore have its own plasma membrane. This one is the intine. Exine is the outermost layer, which is irregular and is chiefly composed of sporopollenin and have the germ pore. This one is exine. The pollen grain is haploid, unicellular. This is haploid, this is unicellular and uninucleate. It has two-layer wall. Inner layer is the intine. Intine is composed of cellulose and pectin, and outer layer is the exine. Exine, outer layer, chiefly composed of sporopollenin, and this sporopollenin is one of the most resistant organic material known. It is resistant to physical and biological decomposition. It is resistant to high temperature, resistant to acid, resistant to alkali. This pollen grain is the immature male gametophyte. The microspore cell divide, unequal division takes place. One is smaller cells called generative cell. I am only drawing this portion, or other larger cell called vegetative cell or tube cell. In most of the angiospermic plant, the pollens are released from the anther in this two cell stage. More than 60%, approx 60% of the angiospermic plant, the pollens are released from the anther in these two cell stage. The generative cell floats in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell. It floats in the cytoplasm of vegetative cells. After pollination, when this pollen grains reaches to the stigmatic surface, they start germinating. When pollen tube emerges, this vegetative cell divides into two male gamete. This is the microgametogenesis.